Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a great start of this week, and welcome to this new video here on XRP. I know the audio is not amazing, but hopefully it's all right. It should be decent, but obviously it's not the same quality as normally. Recording on my laptop and still have some audio issues on there. So I'm sorry for that, but let's get right into it. As you might recall from my video yesterday, I wanted to talk about some fundamentals for XRP, and that I think today is also the ideal time because even though there's quite a lot of volatility here in the markets, as you can see, the volatility for XRP for, well, basically the entire last week has been incredibly low. The volume has recovered slightly, but you can see right now here as well, and I'm not certain yet that this is something we need to worry about. There have been other times that XRP had this very low volume and then it bounced back, perfectly well afterwards in terms of volume. And during that period of time, the price action also did not suffer because of the volume, which is also the case right now. I mean, even though the volume is and the activity on XRP is very low, the price action is not suffering. I mean, we're holding this level here at 2.05, especially if you zoom all the way out here. That's fine. I would say, at some point of time, I do need to see some sort of momentum for me not to believe that we're just compressing against support before getting a bearish breakout. But at this point of time, I still think we're fine. So let's zoom back in. But what I said yesterday in the video is that I wanted to discuss some potential fundamentals that could have an impact on the price. And I do think it can have an impact on the price. I don't think it has an impact on the price right now. And I think that's quite clear. When you take a look at that volume and the open interest especially as well. Open interest is one of the main things you see change pretty drastically for XRP when we actually have news that influences the price. But the news that I wanted to talk about is still that acquisition of Hidden Road by Ripple, right? I've talked about that before, and look at all these ads. I hate it, but all right. But obviously, I made a video on that before, that I think that acquisition is a little bit underrated based on what they're going to do. And it was confirmed, I think a couple of days ago already, that the XRP ledger, so XRPL, of course, which in my opinion is one of the main determinants of the value of XRP itself, that would be used for post-trade transactions coming from the prime brokerage services of Hidden Road, right? The company, all those ads that they acquired. So that in general is bullish, and I also, or at least the potential for that is very bullish. And then they also said that they're going to use RLUSD, the Ripple stablecoin, of course, for collateral. So that's, look, what I think about that right now. Markets are efficient, right? So if this would have an impact right now on the price, you would see it in the markets, and we're not seeing anything right now. So at this point of time, it's not enough. And you can also see with ROUSD, I mean, at the end of May right here, or end of March, excuse me, not a year ago, but at the end of March and the beginning of April, we actually did have some increases in market cap right here. So we knew that ROUSD was growing, but since then, the market cap has been relatively flat, first of all. And second of all, the volume has also dropped down quite a bit, all right? So at this point of time, we're just like the potential for Ripple and the integration of the services from Hidden Road to integrate that into RXPL, into the RXP ledger. Look, the potential for that is great, but we still need to see some data before that actually could have an effect. And at this point of time, we don't have that, all right? So that is something, look, I'll keep my eyes on that. I'll keep you up to date on that. It's a potential bullish catalyst in the future. At this point of time, it's nothing, and that's also in line with what we're seeing from XRP. And that is stability. All right, so we've shedded quite a lot of leverage right here. That's fine. I mean, you can see it's mostly, or at least it's longs and shorts being closed, but it seems to be mostly longs being closed. That doesn't really mean anything. I mean, I still think that XRP is to a very high extent correlated to Bitcoin for about 84% in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin, well, I mean, it seems like it's only correlated right now when Bitcoin drops down. And because of that lack of momentum, I'm still going to say that I think it's most likely for XRP to eventually get some sort of a deeper pullback into 1.95. I think in general we'll hold that level, but I'll make an update when we actually get there. And then from there, I think eventually we will be able to rally again. And whether that's with some news for Ripple specifically or bullish momentum in the markets, we'll see. But that is still what I expect from XRP. So those are my thoughts. Thank you for watching. Take care. I'll see you on my next videos, and bye.